Some of the largest banks in the world went bankrupt in previous economic hard times. Some companies that people never thought could go bankrupt collapsed. Don't think it cannot happen. It has happened, and it will happen again. Six months ago, the United States was the largest debtor nation in the history of the world. Never had anybody been so deep in debt. But since then, the U.S. has increased its debt by trillions, with a T, trillions more. You know, if you give me a few $1 trillion, I will show you a very, very good time. We will all have a wonderful time with a few $1 trillion. Somebody eventually has to pay the price because somebody has to worry about paying it back. These days are not good for old people. They are not at all good for young people. Even you, I mean, you're not old, you're not too young. I have young children. Oh my gosh, America's leaving them a terrible, terrible legacy, which they're going to struggle with all their lives. You know, but right now, there's an election in November. Everybody wants to be reelected. So they're doing everything they can to be reelected, but it is leaving a very, very bad aftertaste. You know, it's usually some small company or small country that gets into trouble and then things start snowballing. You know, even if you go back a few months, December and January, markets in some parts of the world were already starting to have problems. And then along came the virus and popped the bubble. It usually works that well. Usually we don't have a worldwide epidemic, but well, actually I take that back. We have had worldwide epidemics before, but never before have politicians reacted the wrong way. Politicians and academics and journalists seem to have overreacted and said we have to close the whole world. We've had many epidemics. Never before have we closed the whole world. So in my view, they made mistakes. And that's what has made this so horrible. But we had a lot of debt as well. And so now we have more debt. And next time around, that huge debt is going to leave us all with worse problems. The printing presses are running at unbelievable speed. Every day, the Bank of Japan goes to work and cranks up the printing presses. And as he said, we will print unlimited. That's his word, unlimited amounts of money. That's happening all over the world. I mean, if you get into trouble, you just call up and say, help me, help me, help me, save me. And somebody comes along and saves you. No, we haven't had any gigantic problems yet, but the debt is building up everywhere. Maybe this time is different. Maybe the world has learned a solution so that it is different this time, but I doubt it. At the moment, the U.S. dollar is going down, so that means somebody's selling it. But most countries in the world, I anyway, you know, I wonder all the time about where to put my money. And I don't find any place that's really a great alternative to the U.S. dollar at the moment. The pound sterling, forget it. The euro, maybe temporarily. The Chinese currency, yeah, but it's blocked, so you can't do a lot there. Japan, but they have huge problems in Japan. I am looking every day for the place to put my money. I have not found a suitable long-term place yet. I own a lot of U.S. dollars, but not because it's sound. I own it because during turmoil, people look for a safe haven. Because of history, people think the U.S. dollar is a safe haven, so I own it. It's going to get overpriced before this is over, then I'll have to sell it. Could turn into a bubble. I'll certainly have to sell it if it turns into a bubble, but not yet. I mean, yeah, some money's leaving, but not huge amounts yet. As the turmoil gets worse, as the bear market worldwide gets worse in the next, I don't know when, few months from now, more money's going to go into the dollar. You don't want to put your money in euros. You don't want to put your money in sterling or pound sterling. None of these things are, I mean, they're all less good, at least people think, than the dollar. And so money will flow back into the U.S. dollar and it will get overpriced. If you know a currency that is sound and stable and will survive all of this, please do not say it out loud. Please send me a private email because I'm looking for that currency.